My name's Styron Augustus, working at Salesian College in my 5th year. I'm currently the Humanities Learning Leader, and I've been in that role for 2 years now, and also a Legal Studies and Applied Learning teacher.
I'm Emma. I teach at Salesian College across most of the year levels. I have a combination of English and Humanities, so Year 7 Humanities, Year 8 Humanities, which for us is History and Geography, and then Year 10 English and Year 12 Politics.
My name is Mikayla. I teach at Salesian College, and I teach across Humanities in Year 7, Year 10 and Year 11, predominantly Business Management, History and Junior Humanities.
The reason why we decided to choose Oxford probably comes down to 2 reasons. The first one being the support that Oxford provides to our teachers whenever there are either technical issues or access issues. And probably the most important thing is the quality of the resource. I really find that Oxford digital resources are really useful, relevant, and they keep up to date with the changing curriculum. So probably a combination of those 2 reasons.
They've been enjoying the fact that it comes in different forms, like they've got the online version of the textbook and they've got the physical textbook, so they can refer to both, don't have to lug this big book around all the time. And there's also a lot more interactive aspects with the online version, which I think they enjoy as well.
Yeah, I would have to agree with Emma. I would say it's quite easy for our Year 7s to have that resource available, and it's a lot more economical for families having the online option. I teach across multiple abilities in my Year 7 cohort, so I know that they've been quite anxious around adapting to the traditional format of the class and keeping up with their classmates and keeping up with the wealth of knowledge that is Year 7 education that probably differs to their primary school expectations. But it's been really useful to slowly introducing them to more critical thinking, keeping up with the new workload expectations, and delivering the content in a very student-friendly, visually appealing way that's not overwhelming and that they can work with at their own pace. I know when I've delivered a variety of different content, there's something for every student, and it's well appreciated for students who are interested in the topic but know that they might not be able to fit in with the traditional mainstream resource, but they know that they can still be involved in the class, still participate, and it not stand out that they're different or that their abilities might not match some of the other students. So it's really easy for teachers to connect with those students and deliver the content and make them feel confident in a different way that might be different to their classmates.
Definitely the digital resources. I mean, I can't speak highly enough of them. I was just talking to a teacher at one of our department meetings last week who was having some trouble accessing her own digital resources. And I just showed her a really quick, easy way, just jumping on the Oxford digital website, logging in, and then she was blown away because she was waiting to have access to those resources. She'd just come back from some long service leave, and the resources that she found, she's been sort of longing for. So I definitely think that's been the most positive aspect of it. Obviously, moving into such a digital world, it's important that not only do students know how to access those resources, but teachers are obviously well versed so that they can provide that learning opportunity for students. And all the feedback's been positive regarding the digital resources.
I mean, I think it's probably the same for both of us, but it's really helpful having the embedded worksheets and activities, quizzes, all those kinds of things. It just makes planning a lot easier. The textbook is also sequenced really well in line with the curriculum, so it means that marrying up our planning documents with the textbook and making sure it's consistent across classes, it just makes that whole process a lot easier and a lot more consistent.
Yeah, I would have to agree 100%. I know for me, I've seen the big value in the textbook with graduate teachers or teachers who are either new to the college or new to humanities or new to the subject, and they don't know where to start, or they might be under-resourced. So I know I use that as my go-to guide for when I might be unsure or might need to fill in some resources. And then because it's so well aligned, you know that it's consistent, you know that you're teaching the students the right thing, and with any anxieties around being time poor as a teacher or having to plan and reinvent the wheel, that's mitigated by having such a well-resourced textbook.
We usually start with the curriculum, and then from there taking out those key skills and key knowledge, and then looking at our term and when, like even things as simple as when the subject's going to run and how we can fit all that key knowledge and all those key skills into a 9-week term or an 11-week term or whatever we're working with. And then we go through week by week and create like a teaching and learning plan, which is where the textbook comes in, because it makes it a lot more simple to kind of see the sequencing and look at any case studies that we might want to do, or examples, or even sometimes assessment. It gives us ideas for things like that. So usually we start with the curriculum and then kind of work backwards.
First of all, with the sales department, they've come in, they've talked us through all the different changes that are happening to the resources, the updating of the resources to align with the new curriculum coming out in 2026 at junior and middle school, but then also any support with getting teachers access, any troubleshooting support through the customer services team, when particular students may have bought a textbook secondhand, and then that little code that they have to tap into in order to gain the digital access might not be working. So the turnaround time between initially lodging that request to then the time where I've managed to get the students access has been quick, efficient, and obviously the main part is to get the access overall. So I've found that the team overall has been really, really beneficial and really, really helpful in terms of ensuring that our teachers and our students are gaining the best experiences.
Yeah, definitely. I think the value of Oxford is in its resources and in how clearly structured it is, and that it comes in these different formats, especially as kind of an early career teacher and someone who's had to sort of step into subjects before where there weren't that many resources. I think that if you're new, or even if you're not new to humanities or the subject or the school, it's just this one-stop shop for everything, that especially because the junior humanities has lots of classes, if we're all using the textbook as our anchor point, it means that the lessons are going to be more consistent and the skills and the content are going to be more consistent across the board, which makes life easier.
Yeah, for a junior resource, I've 100% seen the value, and it's something that I've been teaching here, 6 years, and it's something I've consistently used as an ongoing resource. So yes, I would recommend it.
Yeah, I think especially for the younger boys when they're coming in, like this is the first time they're using textbooks. They didn't have textbooks in primary school, and it's like I haven't really found, maybe more so in Year 7, I haven't really found there have been too many issues with them using it or navigating it, or I don't have to really tell them, click here, then go there. Like they can kind of figure it out on their own, which just makes life a lot easier.
I can't speak high enough of my experience with Oxford Digital so far. I found the learning that is being provided to the students across our junior years is first class, and that's off the back of having a really solid and secure resource that's providing those valuable learning experiences for our boys here at Salesian.